Odyssey 101 with official gameplay of NBA Live 19. When we last left off, we had to go to the All-Star game, and here's a little something for y'all for the longest wait ever to play this NBA Live 19 again, but I'm here, and Odyssey is back, baby, playing NBA Live 19 to just show you that I mean what I say. Here's the official recap of the whole situation that went down. Now it's time to turn up Odyssey on now.
I'm going to say this right now. This All-Star game was one to remember. And the reason why it was so memorable was because of the one showed out in this All-Star game, Max. This is a memorable one.
Yeah, you're saying a lot about an exhibition game.
I know I've criticized the effort in the All-Star game in the past. I am guilty of that. But the bottom line is the one turned his game up for this All-Star game.
Be that as it may, Stephen A., the competitiveness of an All-Star game isn't even like a regular season game, let alone a playoff game.
You know what? You still doubting my man. You're still doubting the one. And you will rue the day you do that, Max Kellerman. You keep your eyes on this kid for the second half of the season. He is going to show out. And you'll be thanking me later.
Did you say rue the day?
Yes.
Faster, can jump higher, and can shoot better. But anyway, we got a big-time matchup tonight.
You know, Jay, if you take a couple of letters and vowels away, you can go from Cohen to Duhan, just like that. Let's do it. Wall.
Screen coming left, screen coming left.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance in that much space, that's problem city.
Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball's in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
Add 2 points to the board. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Identicumbo to Oladipo.
Watch that cut.
Down to 5 on a 24. Break free for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was his shot.
And stuffs it home.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down a point. And he'll go to the foul line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Fires the 3 and knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are squared to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Giannis with it up top. Down just a couple. To Butler, trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
Lets it fly from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Wall, Harden's on him. LaMarcus Aldridge rejects it. Won't go down.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Joel Embiid swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Butler to bring it up. Right now, down 7. And finishes strong. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Now their head coach signals for a timeout. They'll regroup before the action continues.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you, me and you.
Off the assist.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Into the front court. It's Wall. They trail by 7. And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Wall. Off the mark. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
LaMarcus Aldridge with a piece. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Oladipo. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin missed his first. That one goes. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Wall with it up top. Just under a minute to play in what's been a somewhat lopsided first quarter. Anthony Davis. Huge block. Harden up against John Wall.
Here we go. Shot.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense.
Oh, and a putback. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible.
Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Oladipo. And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for 2.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Blake Griffin, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 68%. Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Has a look. And a putback slam. That's all for this entertaining first quarter of the NBA All-Star Game. Jay and I return after this. You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. tips it. Wall, defended by Kevin Durant. Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Come on. You knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Oh, good offense beating good defense.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
And Victor Oladipo, quick catch and shoot that time for 3.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Wall into the front court. Down a bundle and throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
LaMarcus Aldridge. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Wall. And the rebound gathered in by Towns.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Tough make through traffic.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. It goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
To Griffin. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Harden. Slams it down.
You never want to leave any chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
In the front court comes Wall. His guys down big to Simmons. Down to Griffin. And Towns is there for the board. Has a chance. Shot won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
John Wall has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down.
Shot, boy.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Off the assist.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, keep him here.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole. One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
That'll be out of bounds. Wall the last to touch it.
Look long.
For 3.
Oh, you trying to get me out the game, huh?
And hits the first free throw.
And another one.
2nd and 3. Got it.
There. I see.
Hits all 3 free throws. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Kevin Durant pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Blake Griffin snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Oladipo defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block. Slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Here we go. I got him.
Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Wall across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Karl Anthony Towns sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
I got him.
Karl Anthony Towns. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2. Desperation shot here from half court.
Ball.
4-3. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Here comes the screen to Griffin. Oh, had him going there for a second. Karl Anthony Towns sends it away. 4th this contest. Gets it to go. And the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Free throw up and good. It's a 3-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Not that time. Wall, tough matchup against Durant. To Embiid. Wall buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the 3-point line.
Nice finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Great board. Double team.
And the finish off the nice step through.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Shot from the lane won't go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We can break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Karl Anthony Towns at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Wall, guarded by LaMarcus Aldridge. Karl Anthony Towns with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Harden. Aldridge. They get it down for Towns.
We got him. We got him.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Got him. Got him. Be up, baby. Be up.
Layup goes down. Well done. Late heave to beat the buzzer.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The West All-Stars were merciless in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. The East lost this game long before the final buzzer. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the East All-Stars.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The West All-Stars were definitely the better team with regard to long-range shooting, and it turned out to be quite the advantage. Their three-pointers were unstoppable.
The All-Star Game MVP. Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.